Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God. Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to another Vogue Performance video, and today we're going to continue the build series of the 300 horsepower hypercart, and I'm actually going to head over to my buddy Bill's shop and get the axles machined so that we can get ready to install them in the supercart. So if you're new here, thanks for subscribing and checking out the channel. We do a lot of crazy stuff here. I hope you'll stick around for all of the videos, so let's get to work. Let's go in a little bit better chip. Machining the axles right now. Just making quick work of it. Alrighty, so we just got back from Bill's shop. He machined those axles really quickly. His big industrial lathe from the 60s made quick work of these axles. So let's just go over the results and what we have as far as the plan. So we took a couple hundred thousandths off of each shaft. And then we ran into a small issue with one of the shafts actually being hollow. So now that shaft is actually super thin. So Bill machined another piece of steel that is going to act as an insert for this axle. As you can see there, it actually slides inside of there and it's going to reinforce this axle here. So now it'll be solid like the other one, because with that kind of torque coming from the EM61, we do not want thin metal because it'll just twist it off like butter. So my plan here is to install them and get them to length here in the transaxle. And I'm going to drill some holes here to make some plug welds, and then I'm going to weld it on the end because it goes all the way in right there. I'm going to weld it flush to make it flat like this. Now grind it smooth so it'll no longer be hollow, but it'll be a solid shaft. And then this shaft will go into the Polaris axle, which then goes to the hubs. So let's go ahead and get this set up installed, and we'll go from there. But I also want to show you these U-joints. They're really cool. They are universal and they are telescoping. So it's full of grease right now. It allows up and down, side to side, and in and out movement. So that's really good as far as my suspension travel not having any bind in the drivetrain. So let's go ahead and get to work and get these axles installed. Alrighty, so let's take a quick step back and see the welds, how they came out. I cranked the welder up to the absolute maximum setting so I can make sure I got insane penetration, because these are like 1.5 inch thick solid chunks of hardened steel, and I believe that I have accomplished my goal. There are the welds right there. They are completely solid, and it's one cohesive piece of metal now. And then likewise on this one was the hollow shaft, so I needed to insert a 1.5 inch thick stock of steel in there, and then I made some plug welds, as you can see here, and in the center is where it kind of joins, and as you can see, it's also now one cohesive piece of steel. I do not think that this motor can have the torque to snap this. So yeah, I'm really excited about how the welds came out. That Miller welder really makes this job very easily manageable. So let's go ahead and get it reinstalled, and then let's go from there. not as crazy as it seems. I finally did a high voltage test on the floor. I have about 200 volts Chevy Volt batteries, and then I have another 120 on the actual chassis. So I'm going to begin breaking this down, but I did some preliminary testing at low voltage. Turns out I had the motor phase wires like backwards, and then it caused the motor not to work. But everything is wired up correctly now. Everything is working smoothly. Nothing went kaboom. So let's actually spin it up, and then we ran into a problem I want to show you guys. Have rotation. And we have oscillation. So the axles I made, I must have put too much heat into these welds, and now I have a bad wobble. So Brian said I welded them too hot. Guys, I turned the welder to the max, the highest setting, just so I can get some good penetration. And then looks like I messed myself up by doing that and not bracing it. So that's where I'm at right now. But the Kart is coming along very nice, so it's not a big deal right now. What I would do is go to the junkyard, get some more Nissan Leaf axles, and figure out another solution as far as redoing this and trying to get it right this time. So, but it does spin and it's happy. So yeah, I'm happy. Bonus footage time. So Brian convinced me to do a test ride even though I did not want to. So we have the battery strapped down. My pre-charge resistor is taped to the top of the battery. Brian, what is happening right now?
Send it.
He is making me send it. I don't want to. So let's just walk around here. Battery is taped to the chassis. That's my 12-volt system.
No brakes.
Yeah, I do not have brakes, but I do have regen. And my axles, as I told you, are crooked. But you know, we'll send it. And my inverter is strapped down with a freaking tie strap. And then there's electrical tape on the phase wire. So yeah, I know, guys. You can go ahead and drop in the comments. It's a hoopty. Go ahead and roast me in the comments. But I'm going to do a slow test just to make sure everything, you know, is safe. Yeah, right now it's on the jack, so I'm going to do my quick assessments here to make sure I have a way to stop this thing in case it goes crazy. I have my forward and reverse signals here, which is green and red. Actually, I need to put some. Brian, do we have a alligator clip? No alligator clip. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to figure out a way to keep this thing in forward and reverse. But yeah, this is really happening right now.
It's under its own power.
Kind of. Oh my God, this feels crazy. Oh my God. This is scary. Look, I'm holding the throttle in my hand without any brakes, so you can only imagine how. Woo! This thing's
Take it on the road.
Take it on the road. Cable's not getting too hot. I'm regenning right now. Where's my brakes? All right, test the heat. We don't have a lot of heat, guys, so send it. Any cars? Sounds like one of my wheels is moved. I think that wheel's moved. I don't have any brakes. All right, that's scary. I thought I felt some vibration.
Rashad, it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
What the world? Guys, I was 1 second away. That's why I said, let me stop while I'm ahead, because I wasn't going to be ahead for long. This one's tight. I don't know what I did over there. But yeah, so the Jimmy rig worked. So guys, that went pretty well. I'm very excited. It did exactly as I expected. Everything was smooth. I did not overcurrent, and I did not tear up anything, even though I didn't have brakes. It felt a little scary, and the controller, even though it's not liquid cooled, still is able to put out a decent amount of power for this very low voltage. Of course, once I thermally cool it with some liquid going through everything, I'll be able to make a lot more power, to be a lot more stable at high speed. So the next big thing is I want to get some brakes on here, and then I'm going to kind of figure out what my axle problem is. I don't know if it's the extreme axle angle. Not really extreme axle angle, but I don't know if the axle angle is the issue. But my theory is really, when I did these welds, I put a ton of heat into there, and it could have just moved just too much metal and offset my axles, because both of them are doing the same thing. So I'm guessing that maybe the theory. If not, maybe it is the axle orientation, and I may need to slide my motor back maybe a few inches just to kind of straighten that out. I do not know at this point, but the vehicle works. It does run. The electronics are very good. They work perfectly as they intended. And right here on the ground is the rest of the battery pack. This is another 240-ish volts, 250 volts, full Chevy volt pack. It's going to go along with this pack. So I'm basically just going to slide all these back and break that up, put half here, put some over there, and send it. So yeah, guys, that is the current plan right now. I hope you guys enjoying the content so far. Sorry, it's been a while since I did the last update, but I am back, and we are back in business. So don't forget to like, subscribe, put your comments below. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.